Happy Saturday, everyone. Hello, hello. All right, just putting final touches. What is that? What is showing right here? Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Annette says happy Saturday. Jenny says happy Saturday and lovely full moon night. Yes. Why is my watch is yelling at me to drink water. Christy is here. Hello. Dora is here. Hello. Yes, happy full moon. Full moon in Libra, so all about balance, all about magical alignment, all that kind of fun stuff. We have a really good article on our blog about it. It is also, you guys, this is time to celebrate, okay? Venus retrograde ends today. Mercury retrograde ended earlier this week. So we are in a point at this moment from now until May 4th where there are 0 planets in retrograde. How exciting. Okay. Jessica's here. Hello. Hello, Ronica. Hello, Laura. Heather. Hello. And another Laura. Hello. Bellany says, good afternoon, Morgan. Happy full moon. Jessica says, thank you, sweet Jesus. Right? No planets are in retrograde until I think it's May 4th is what I read. So unfortunately, everything goes back to being your own fault. No planets to blame it on. So yeah. Okay. Who else is here? Meg is here. Lucy is here. Rachel. Hello. Hello, everyone. Phoenix was playing with a snake? No. Your cat's from... I don't like snakes, Phoenix. All right. So let's get started. We have a big one today. So this is our Anniversary Live this month. Inked Goddess Creations has been open for 12 years. I had to look at the year. I opened an Etsy store in April of 2013. And so when we started, I guess, overbuying at the gem show, we were like, there's no Sabbath in April, but we were like, well, we do have our anniversary month. So I'm very excited. So we have celebrated 12 years of being open. And yeah, I was wondering what that was. It was just, it has to be incense smoke, but the incense is way over there. For those of you who are new here, hello. I am Morgan, owner of Ink Goddess Creations. We do these live sales once a month. Usually they center around the Sabbaths. We have a few extras thrown in, for example, the Anniversary Live. I do apologize. So it's already 90 degrees here in Tucson. So doors wide open, but this air conditioning in my studio is extremely loud. So if you all hear it, I apologize. I'll just try and talk louder, I guess. But yes, we do these once a month. They're a little big this year. We're going to be here for probably an hour and a half, just because we do have 20, technically we have 21 items. Some of them are grouped together. I do go over the metaphysical properties. As I go over everything, Colin lists them for sale on our website, which is inkedgoddesscreations.com. And actually, normally, hold on, let me see something. Yeah, okay, so let me do that real quick. Let me just get really smart here. So I'm going to pin the category to the top of the comments. So just give me a second. I don't know why we're getting a bad gateway right now. Is the website up for everyone? Okay, and then I'm going to pin this to the top. So now that's where you go to shop. Although now I'm a little worried because I just got a 502 error. No, it's there. Okay, never mind. We're good. Okay, so everything it's going to go up for sale there. Okay, adding it to your cart does not reserve it. All right, you do have to complete checkout in order to claim the thing as yours. Okay, I don't do that whole like say claim, we send you an invoice. We don't do that. And adding it to your cart does not pull it off of the website. You have to complete checkout, and that's how it gets pulled from the website. Okay. So yeah, for those who are in ink spirit, we are trying to, Colin is launching the item, refreshing the sale. So hopefully the coven pricing is applied to it. So hopefully, and I think it was for the most part for the last time. But yeah, everything is for sale on our website, inkgoddesscreations.com, in the live gemstone sale category. You just have to keep refreshing as I go through things. Okay. We have a wide variety here. So if you have never been here before to one of our live gemstone sales, we don't just pick the most expensive, the most rare. We just pick cool ones. And that's what this Anniversary Live is all about. For us, these are some of our favorite finds, or they're finds that have something personal attached to them. Okay. So our price range today is $4 to $750. Because if y'all were with me last time, you all met Aggie, which was a skeleton thing that I bought. I bought a couple of very large things this year, like large as in detailed, as in expensive, as in collector's pieces type thing. So I know that we had one last time, we have one this time, and we definitely have one in the Beltane Live. After that, I think we chilled out a little bit. But yeah. All right. So Dora says it's snowing there today. Christy says we're reaching 60. And Jessica is sitting at 45 degrees. No, it's going to be 96 today. I think it was 99 yesterday here in Tucson. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get started now that I've gone over the rules. If you have been here before, you know that my chair is just steadily going downhill. All right. I do like to give you all the metaphysical properties, how you can use it in your magical practice. And I do like to share with you all who bought it at the gem show. Because that's just a fun like thing here. Oh, no, before I get started. So it's our Anniversary Live. Okay. We're celebrating 13 years of being open. So we're going to do something fun today. Every purchase, whoever purchases from the live gemstone sale today, while it's live, will be entered in to win a gemstone. I'm so excited. And look, this is what we picked. Hopefully. Oh, come on, Purple Flash. This is a purple labradorite. And damn it. I do cuss if y'all have not been. There we go. Well, we got some of the purple. I swear to you all, it shows up a hell of a lot better in person than it is here. But anyway, so it's like a purple and sunset. So sunset labradorite is like pinks and yellows. The flash is pink and yellow. So it is purple, but with some sunset as well. You can definitely see the sunset when I go like that. So yes, everyone who purchases today during the active live sale will be entered in to win this. So we'll just add it into one of the boxes randomly, and then you get an extra little surprise. So that's to celebrate 13 years of Ink Goddess Creations. I love this. All right. Starting us off is a gemstone that I picked out because of my journey lately. And I've been sharing a lot of my journey on my podcast, Busy, Gritty, Inked, and Witchy. And it's really been resonating with people. So I'm really happy that we picked up these. Okay. So what we have for you all, we're starting off strong. Okay. We are starting off with Sheen Obsidian, female forms for dark divine feminine energy. Okay. So if you have been listening to my journey with dark divine feminine energy, or if you yourself are on a journey and you have been wanting to set up an altar, or you have a dark divine femme altar, she is a absolutely gorgeous centerpiece. Okay. So we have 3 of these, and let me tell you all about the metaphysical properties of Sheen Obsidian. Okay. Sheen Obsidian forms from volcanic lava and is considered glass. It is very powerful crystal that absorbs negativity, grounds you, and gives protection. Sheen Obsidian eliminates any ego conflict and balances energy fields. Obsidian itself increases self-control while releasing imbalances and negative energies. It resonates with the root chakra, making it an extremely grounding stone. Okay. So these are about 5 3/4 inches by 3 inches. Okay. Gorgeous. We have 3 of them, so we'll intuitively choose one of them when you check out. They're 105 each. Just because this is solid obsidian, you guys. These, I don't have the weight written down. It should be in the listing, but these have got to weigh over a pound each. I would venture to say they weigh probably 2 pounds each of just solid sheen obsidian. But yes, I did pick out these. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. The sheen on them is so beautiful. So that is our first item. Yay! And then just a side profile. She definitely got some. So we would say she has some cake. That's like my cat Crowley. He got a big old booty. So we always do that, smack that booty with Crowley, and we tell him he's got some cake. So yeah. All right. Moving forward. Okay, so the next one, I believe it or not, I believe Colin picked these out. Because they are gorgeous and they are shiny. Okay. So they are moonstone spheres, but should probably adjust the ring lights up a little bit. If the sheen does not show here on camera, I apologize, just because we still have not figured out like amazing lighting when it comes to these, or when it comes to the live sale. Sometimes we get washed out. Sometimes, anyway, these are peach moonstone, but they do have some silver, moonstone in there. Look, the flash on these is amazing. It is not quite showing up on camera. But they are gorgeous, and they are really great vein of moonstone. There we go. Oh, there we go. Thank God. Y'all see it over here on this side. So they all do that, I promise. And Colin hand chose all. We have 6 of these. So moonstone is a stone of new beginnings, of strong lunar energy and divine feminine energy. It soothes stress, stabilizes emotions, calming the user. Moonstone enhances intuition and psychic abilities, facilitating a strong connection with the moon and feminine energies. It balances the male and female energies within the body and can awaken newfound strength in women. Okay. The majority of these are, I'm trying to get that flash right there to show up. Nope. The majority of these have a dominant peach moonstone, which is also very calming, very soothing, very good for like self-love, nurturing. But all moonstones are great for psychic development. That's what I use moonstone for, is like psychic and intuition. See, they all have that. You see that little bit of flash right there? They all have that. It's just a matter of having it pick up on camera. All right, so we have 6 of these. We'll intuitively choose one when you purchase, and they are $25 each. They're about 1 3/4 inches. Yeah, they're about 1 3/4 inches, in diameter. Okay, I was just looking at, I know you all were commenting on the sheen obsidian female forms before. There we go. Okay, good. So some of the sheen is picking up on these, so that's cool. All right. Okay. Just want to catch up on comments real quick. So this live, we do have a lot of jewelry. Okay. When it comes to jewelry, there's usually 2 kind of categories it falls in. We will find some really gorgeous gemstone, sterling silver jewelry, or we will find gorgeous Tibetan gemstone jewelry. So we do have a lot of jewelry. We ended up buying a lot of jewelry during the live sale. But that just means like the ones that we choose for the live sale, or we ended up buying a lot during the Tucson Gem Show. The cool thing about that is, though, I get to go over the properties with you all. So these are the ones that we just thought were really cool. Okay. The first one is green, copper, turquoise. These are sterling silver. So these have a sterling silver setting. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure who picked this out. because we did get a couple of different turquoise. I think last show we had the pink dahlia. So this is the green, which I mean, and that's the cool thing. Okay, so these are not dyed. Like that green is natural. Okay, the blue is the turquoise. The little veins through it, you can see the little veins of like shiny stuff through it. That's the copper. Okay. And they're big, you guys. These are big. So let's go over the properties. Helps you connect you with the spirit world. They do have an open back as well for those who do like the direct link to the gemstones energy. Turquoise in general is good for cleansing and protecting your energy field from negative energy and is a stone of clear communication. Wearing turquoise is said to help support leadership and stability. Green copper turquoise brings the added benefit of acquiring your characteristics as its owner and wearer so that it becomes a personal symbol of protection and peace. So it kind of like meshes with your energetic field. Its green and blue colors resonate with the heart and throat chakras and will help you speak the truth from your heart. Okay. So these are about 1.5 inches long. And like I said, open back. They do come with a sterling silver chain, a 24-inch sterling silver chain. And we do have the sterling silver setting. Okay. So we have 6 of these. We'll intuitively choose one. They are $65 each because sterling silver. All right. And yeah, we picked out a lot of different colors of copper turquoise. So last time we had like the pink dahlia, which had the bright pinks and some purples in it. This is like, I've never seen it this bright green before, like the green parts, you know, absolutely beautiful. And yes, they do come from a 24-inch chain. Okay. Which hangs 24 hangs a little bit lower than what this one does on me. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm glad y'all are loving those. Gorgeous, lovely, so pretty. Yay. I know. I'm happy with like all of the turquoise that we got this year. We got some pretty gorgeous. I like bright and shiny, you know, and I think everyone here likes bright and shiny. So if it's something different, I love seeing the way that Mother Nature creates things, like how beautiful she can create things. All right. So next, we have the big piece. We have the highlight of the gem show. So I'm so excited about this. This was 100% me. This was a me thing. I bought this. And then after buying it, or after seeing it, I convinced Colin to let me keep it before we had actually purchased it. And he just gave me that look. And so it is going to go to one of you. Okay. But it is beautiful. It is a one-of-a-kind piece. Okay. I am going to get 2 hands on it though, just in case. It is light. So don't, you know, it's light. I promise. So if you get our Gem Show exclusive newsletter, which if you want to see close-ups and if you want to see things before we put them on social media, I highly recommend that you do that. You will have seen all the pictures of this earlier this week. Okay. I will take it off its stand, but the stand does come with it. Okay. So this is, and I want to get the name right. This is amethyst. Okay. But this is an amethyst scepter flower on matrix. Okay, so matrix just means the host stone, the stone that other stones form from or form on. Okay, so this is 100% a museum quality piece. Okay, our vendor had this. Okay, and I saw it, and this is the vendor that we get to shop with 1 week before the gem show opens. He sends invites out. And so I saw it sitting on his shelf and I said, "What is that?" And he's like, "Oh, let me tell you about this." So he starts telling me, he's like, "I only have the one. It is extremely rare." So this comes from and excuse my pronunciation, the Kakamanurul mine in Karur, South India. Okay. And that mine historically is known for producing some of the most unique specimens of amethyst ever. Okay. There is something about the chemical makeup inside of that mine of like the soil, the rock, everything that produces museum quality, naturally occurring, one of a kind amethyst formations. Okay. And this is one of them. So he said that his miners were, digging. They saw this growing. Like if you could picture seeing this on the side of just this whole rock that looks like this, and they very carefully extracted this, left it on there. That's what you're getting. Okay. So it's called an amethyst scepter flower. All of those are tiny little amethyst points. Look at that. You can definitely see from that angle. Tiny little amethyst points. It grows in grows, forms, whatever. I say crystals grow. Okay. But they form tiny points and they just kind of cascade it out. And so the whole formation is an amethyst flower, naturally occurring. Okay. This is museum quality. He had the one. He told me the price. I said, you only have one? He goes, yep, he goes, and I've never had anything like this ever in 20 years. And I'm like, okay, it's mine. I will be taking that from you. And we did find, so the stand does come with it. Cause what else? We were like, what are people going to do with this? You're going to display it. Is what you're going to do. So we did find a display that fits. I do recommend these. I think you can pinch these together a little bit more. Nope. These are the solid ones. I did not know these weren't the adjustable ones, but it's fine because this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the entire amethyst scepter flower. You're going to get the display. So you can display it. I mean, honestly, I would display it with it, but if you want to be wild and crazy, you can display it upside down, or you can display it this way. However, whatever fits in your space. Okay. So amethyst itself, amazing for opening up spirituality. These are technically tiny little amethyst points. It's an amazing piece. It is a one-of-a-kind piece. I will say this is the first museum quality piece that we have ever had here at Ink Goddess Creations. And I love that we were able to do this, that we're at a point in the business where he could be like, I have one, here's the price. And I had to think about it because, Colin is like, what are you doing? And I'm like, but I didn't have to think about it from the standpoint of is this going to sit on our shelf forever and ruin our business, So I'm very happy that I'm at a point in our business that Ink Goddess Creations has grown so much that I can get things like this for you all. Okay. So this is it. This is the highlight of the gem show of our live sale today. We have the one piece, the matrix piece is 7 inches by 4.5. It is $750. So when I said that today's sale goes from $4 to $750, this is the $750. Okay. But it is a one-of-a-kind piece. You are getting, if you can just picture this being like a big rock in a mine, in a cave, and you have this just kind of, you're like, what is that? It's beautiful. So whoever gets it, I applaud you because it is a beautiful showstopper piece. Phoenix says it isn't a tiny celestial. They call it a scepter flower. I guess maybe when it's amethyst or that's just what he told me. He gave me a card because I was like, can you give me as much information about it? Because if I am, I'm trying to, I have to educate, He's like, oh yeah. So he wrote down all the details for me. And that's what he called it. Amethyst scepter flower on matrix from the Kakamunural mine in Karur, South India. Okay. This mine is known for its unique 3-dimensional rosettes and sprays that seem to grow out of the matrix host like this specimen. It is revered as one of the highest quality amethyst mines in the world. Okay. So just to give you all a little bit more detail behind where it came from. Okay. All right. I love this piece so much. And it's something different. Like, you know, we got for last month's big thing was that gorgeous one of a kind carved piece, but to find a raw specimen that spoke to me this way, just I'm so happy to be able to claim that for you all. And that says it is great that you brought a piece of this caliber to the show. So rad. Congrats to the winner. Yes. All right. Let me get another sip of coffee. It's one of those days today, you guys. All right. So the next one, it's not a huge surprise why this is in the show. Okay. It's one of my favorite gemstones. It's actually my power gemstone because it's called morganite. I mean, go the easy way. Magic is easy, you guys. Okay. If you are blessed to have a name that is a gemstone or an herb or an oil or some other kind, then use it. Use it as your power, whatever, your power oil, your power flower, your power herb. My power gemstone is morganite. I'm very lucky that morganite is so gorgeous. Because, and what I love about this, so this quality morganite is pretty up there. I don't know if they quite graded it A. It might be an A grade. We've had tumbled morganite before, but we haven't had a variety. And that's what I love about morganite is it comes in green. It comes in blue. It comes in pink. It comes in peach. And then variation. So that's like a mint green. And I know the lighting in here washes it out a little bit. The pinky purple can kind of come together. But that's what I love about morganite. So we have tumbled morganite for you all. Let's talk about the properties. It is a great healing stone, especially when one wears it. It is connected with the heart chakra, opening one to the divine power or to the healing power of divine love. Morganite can help heal old emotional wounds as well as add compassion and loving energy to one's life. Morganite helps you understand that oftentimes pain and heartache are often necessary in order to spiritually grow and become strong. So, tumbled morganite, these are $4 each. Yeah, so we also put them kind of early in so this is one of those things, you guys, just to let you all know. We have 140 of these. Okay. So if you want to add these to your cart and then wait a little bit for another specimen to come through, by all means, we have more than enough. We're not going to run out of morganite today. Okay. So this is one of those things, I told you at the beginning, adding it to your cart does not reserve it. You have to finish checkout. That is true, but we have 140 of these. So you're good to go. And just so you know, what we do is we measure the smallest one. So this is like 0.75. Okay. But as you can see, some of them are bigger than that. But yeah, I love morganite. I wear morganite every single day. And the bottom bracelet is actually morganite. The top one is that unicorn stone. But the second bracelet is morganite. It is my power stone. So they look like little Easter jelly beans. And that's what I loved about it. And that's why I bought this bag because the variety was so gorgeous. And this one is even like, it's green on one side and then peach on the other. That's what I love about morganite. It's beautiful. So yeah, $4 each. So yeah, you can add those to your cart and then kind of wait, All right. I want to say these next ones were Colin. So I love fluorite, you guys. I absolutely love fluorite, but I'm a bit of a fluorite snob. Okay. I like indigo fluorite or pastel fluorite. I like the dark, rich blues and purples and greens. Colin likes the fluorite that's different and unique. Okay. So he found these technically. Okay. So our seller had them marked as chocolate tip fluorite. Okay. They are. So what has happened here is you all know that fluorite comes in yellow. Okay. So what has happened at the top of these flowers is purple fluorite has mixed with yellow fluorite, and it does have this chocolatey brown color. It's really freaking cool. But when you hold them, and actually, let's do this. Okay. Ooh. So, and actually, hold on, you guys, because that one's the freaking space. There we go. So as you can see, they are purple fluorite. There's the yellow. But what happens is it's just this gorgeous mixture of purple and yellow, if you know your color wheel. Purple is made of blue and red, and then when you stick yellow, so if you mix all three primary colors together, you get brown. There's your art lesson for the day. So purple is blue and red. Then when you mix it with yellow, you get brown. So when you actually shine a light into it, you will see that they are purple and yellow fluorite, but just in they're chocolate tipped. I think I love it. Okay, so it's brown fluorite is what happens. All right. So while I show you some more, let's talk about its properties. Actually, I don't know why it's definitely showing up better this way. Some of them are really thick. There you go. Look at that. Hold on. Oh, that one's got a really nice yellow tip on it. Okay. What makes chocolate tip fluorite tower so special is the brown fluorite at the top. I would say the bottom two. So that's going to be your root fluorite, which I have not educated you all about root fluorite yet, but we do have some root fluorite towers coming up later in the year. Yeah, so the bottom part of this is root fluorite, which is basically just like a more, I would say, calcified or drusified form of fluorite. So that's what the bottom of these are. And then the top is that chocolate fluorite. Fluorite neutralizes negative energy, cleanses and stabilizes the aura. Chocolate tip fluorite helps promote problem solving and mental clarity. Brown is an extremely grounding color that resonates with the root chakra. So placing a chocolate tip fluorite tower in your sacred space will radiate grounding earth energy throughout. Okay. So we do have 5 of these. They are approximately 5.5 inches by 1.5 inch. I want to get the flashlight on this one because this one looks like it has a layer of green in it. Oh, well, this one has a reflective thing. If we do it this way, oh no, it's both ways. Yeah, so you can see all the different layers of the fluorite there. Pretty cool. 5.5 inches by 1.5 inches. They weigh approximately 10 ounces. We have 5 of these. They're $30 each. So when you purchase one of these, we'll intuitively choose one of these 5 that I've shown you today. I think it's cool. I think that having fluorite, like, it's so cool that it comes in different colors, different, I was getting ready to say flavors, but please don't lick your fluorite towers. But y'all know what I mean when I say flavors of gemstones, you know? Just don't lick them. Annika says fluorite with hearts, and Ronica says you and fluorite, Annika, it must be your power gemstone. It's one of my, so I use fluorite. I have a piece of fluorite on every single desk at my house, my workstations here. Fluorite is my go-to for Mercury retrograde to help with focus. And fluorite is my fluorite, like rainbow fluorite, indigo fluorite is my go-to. No, rainbow fluorite is my go-to on my desk. So a lot of green. But when I'm doing like psychic work, I do fluorite, usually purple fluorite or indigo fluorite for meditation, doing like trying to open myself to messages, things like that. So I love fluorite. All right. All right. What's time? Okay. We're doing good on time. Okay. So next we have another piece of jewelry. It was a little chaotic at our sterling silver gemstone vendor. It was a little chaotic for us. We kind of all went in and then we all scattered and we all had baskets. We were putting stuff into baskets and then we all came together And we were like, sure, let's do it. So I'm not exactly sure who picked out this one. I'm not exactly sure at all, but they are gorgeous. Hold on, let me show you all this one. I love a good Herkimer diamond, you guys. Love it. And look at that gorgeous sterling silver setting. So the sterling silver just done completely around the gemstone to make sure that it's in there. And so you have an open back. So again, if you like that continuous connection with the gemstone's energy, open back jewelry is amazing for that. So we've got the open back. So yeah, we have 6 of these. So we'll intuitively choose one of them. I only have 2 to show you here just because we have so many specimens, you guys. So let's go over Herkimer diamonds. They are actually a form of quartz, okay, from Herkimer, New York, or from a mine in Herkimer, New York. They are thought to be the most powerful of all quartz crystals, known by their distinctive double-terminated shape. These stones are high-energy amplifiers radiating pure spiritual energy. They can be used for spiritual attunement of one to a higher vibration, as well as for deep spiritual, emotional, and physical healing. It is believed that Herkimer diamonds can be programmed with knowledge that can be accessed at a later date. Okay, Herkimer diamonds are crystal clear, often contain inclusions like black carbon, rainbow prisms, or air bubbles. Okay, just a little fun fact for you all that I have learned in my years gem showing. So the shape is not what's called. So it's called a Herkimer diamond because it came from the mines in Herkimer, New York. Okay. So this shape, of course, can be found in several different mines. So technically, the other large mine that produces this shape of quartz is in Pakistan. So those are technically called Herkimer diamonds. So if you see that, if you're like, somewhere else and you see a Herkimer diamond, it is the same thing as a Herkimer diamond. It's just from Pakistan, not Herkimer, New York. Okay. So a lot of things at the gem show, like I have to ask, like, you say this is a Herkimer diamond, but did it come from New York or did it come from Pakistan? And so these came from Herkimer, New York. Okay. So these are the Herkimer diamonds, but just so if you ever see a Herkimer, if you see anything marked Herkimer diamond, it is the exact same crystal formation. It's just from a different country. So that's just a fun little gemstone education thing for you all for when you're shopping elsewhere. Dora says, did I tell you all the price? No, $48. $48. It does come with a sterling silver chain. So it's the sterling silver studding open on the back. So we have 6 of these. So we'll intuitively choose one of them. They're all about 3/4 of an inch. With the sterling silver setting and a 24-inch sterling silver chain. Okay, $48. All right. So let me see. Dora says, I have a fluorite bracelet I wear during Mercury retrograde. Yes. Happy anniversary. Natalia says, happy anniversary. Beautiful specimens. Thank you, Natalia. Absolutely love me a beautiful Herkimer. Yes. Jenny says you can actually visit the Herkimer diamond mines, and it's a neat attraction. I'm planning to take my daughter. She's a rock hound like her mama. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that you could tour it. And Jessica says shop elsewhere. LOL. Almost everything I have has come from you. Thank you, Jessica. I just want, like, we don't have any Herkimers. We did not buy any Herkimers. But I've had to buy Herkimer diamonds for jewelry making because strings of Herkimer diamonds are ridiculous. Like with the drilled ones for like jewelry making, it's something like 3 times the cost of a Herkimer diamond, which I think is weird because like we're importing the Herkimer, so it's weird. So I have Herkimer diamonds that I use for jewelry making, but we don't. Most of the stuff that we've purchased at the gem show has always been Herkimer diamonds. So. But I just thought that distinction should be made, or I should let you all know. Because I do like to dispel gemstone myths as well when we're doing lives. Yeah, I like to educate. So, all right, next. So technically next is 2 specimens. It's the same gemstone. We have two different shapes of it. Okay. This 100% a Colin find. This has been his gemstone. I would say this was his gemstone of this year. He could spot it anywhere. We even bought he bought an absolutely phenomenal skull for one of our Tucson surprise specimen people. That the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. We should have taken pictures. We're going to start taking pictures of our Tucson shopper stuff next year. We're going to start taking pictures of them because I want to have record of some of these because they are so gorgeous. But the same supplier where he found that, skull also had these, and I'm trying to, hold on. Yeah. Okay. So you kind of can. Let me pull it away a little bit more. So these are purpurite, but they are technically velvet purpurite. Well, look, I don't know how to turn that side of the. Oh, there's a red blinking part of that. This flashlight does 17 things, y'all. No. Okay. Sorry. All right. So these are purpurite. They are velvet purpurite. So velvet purpurite means that it does have a little bit of a sheen. Okay, cool. You can see it highlighting over here. So it does have a flash. It has a sheen that makes it look like velvet. Okay. Oh, good. It does show up right through here. I know we've got the two ring lights there. I apologize. But you can definitely see the sheen right through here that makes velvet purpurite. Hold on. There we go. Like, I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera just because of the lighting in here. I'm going to be looking into one of those streaming platforms where we can have like a second little like picture in picture over here. And then like we have the gemstones in there. And then I'm going to look into it. I got a lot going on with switching over Ink Spirit right now to Circle. Look at that. So you can see the sheen right through here. It basically is just like a flash. Okay. It's like a flash of like a lighter purple. Purpurite is amazing. So these, and you will see, so purpurite in its raw form is very powdery. Okay. So I do want to point out in case anybody's like, what is that? So when I showed this one, do you see this line through here of what looks like some kind of liquid that had been dried on it? It is. So that's a sealant. Purpurite in its natural form is dusty as shit. Okay. So when they polish it, it still is, it has dust to it. So they do put a coating on it to just seal it all in, much like a lot of places do with malachite, because malachite is actually toxic in its raw form, but purpurite is just super powdery. So they do seal it. And the bottom, I will say the bottom is still raw on these. So you can feel a little bit of that, just that roughness. But they polish it. They get that natural sheen going on these because these are velvet purpurite. And then they seal it so that it displays well. Okay. So we have the spears. We have the spears and the towers. Okay. Oh, Phoenix says, I keep my purpurite tumble in a bag because it's so powdery. Yeah. So we have the spears and we have the towers. So let's go over purpurite's metaphysical properties. Purpurite is a composite of iron phosphate and manganese. It is known as a stone of truth, allowing one to communicate with directness and clarity. It also helps to clear self-limiting beliefs in one's life that are holding them back from living their true selves. It inspires the user to let go of ruts and routines in life that may be stifling growth and urges them to try the unknown. Purpurite helps one let go of stress and anxiety and encourages the user to go with the flow. Okay. So again, when you get yours, you will find that it does have a little bit of sheen to it. So beautiful. They also, I don't know if y'all can see, but I keep having to like, these bad boys, I didn't put weights on my notes. I think they're in the thing. They're not light. They're solid gemstones. All right. So we do have the towers. We have 12 of them. They run an average of 3¼ inches by 2¼ inches. Okay. So we'll intuitively choose one of these when you place your order. The towers, we have 12. They are $60 each for the towers. And yeah, just keep in mind too, they do have the raw bases. So if you all want that like raw, not coated energy. The spheres are approximately 2-inch spheres. We have 15 of them and they are 65 each. Okay. They're solid. Oh God. Yeah, that one picks up really well. Look at that. And I don't even think we put velvet in the listing. I will change it afterwards. If we have any left over, I'll change it to say velvet. I was going over the listings last night and they were setting up. Colin and the crew were setting up in here. And I started to play around with them and I'm like, these are all velvet. These are all velvet purpurate. So just know it doesn't say it in the listing, but they are. I was trying to get, this one has a really cool, let me see if I can get it to pick up. No. We'll figure out the lighting one of these days. Annika says I might need one and Annette says amazing. All right. So yes, towers, spheres, 60 and 65. Beautiful find. Colin found those this year. Beautiful find. All right. Next we have rings. Which are sitting literally directly in front of me. And I was like, oh, where are the rings? We do have amber carved rings for this one. And I am a fan. I have one myself. And if you have been here before, you probably are also a fan of these. So for the Anniversary Live for the springtime, we have little butterflies. We have 2 of these and I'm just going to share them together. And then they are separate listings. One listing is for the butterflies. One is for the beetles. But Colin's going to list them together, like at the same time. He's going to make them live at the same time. So we do have little butterflies. They only had 2. So that's why we only have 2 of those. And then we chose some beetles for the spring. So the pictures, especially if you look at the beetle, when the listing goes up, Ryan put some backlight behind one of them. Oh, so beautiful. And I'm going to go over the properties of amber as well as the properties of butterflies and beetles here in a second. If you have never been here before, what makes these unique is they are carved from the inside of the amber. Okay. So you can see the 3-dimensional, you can see, so they hand carve every single one of them. So every single ring is unique. And depending on how deep or shallow they go in the amber, gives you the different colors. Okay. So as you can see, like, for example, do you see that guy's like middle line right here? Not carved as deep. They carved, the lighter parts are carved much deeper. So when you get these, you can feel the carving on the inside. It's really cool. But that's the effect on the outside. And then if you put a candle behind it, it looks like it came from heaven. All right, so let me hold one up while we talk about amber. So amber is fossilized amber resin. It's quite lightweight. It resonates with the sacral chakra, enhancing one's creativity and eliminating stress. Amber is a stone revered for its ability to ward off psychic attacks and protect the wearer from negativity. It's a great healing stone as well, suited for emotional and physical release of stress and that which ails you. Okay, so we have beetles. We have 3 beetles. So one of them will be intuitively chosen for you if you choose the beetles. Okay. The beetle is a symbol of independent thinking and cycles of life and death. Found throughout the world, the beetle can represent manifestation and resurrection, good luck, protection, and resilience. This little insect is also a symbol of progress and creativity, making it a perfect totem for springtime renewal. So that's the symbolism of the beetle. Then we have the butterfly, which I just know off the top of my head is the ultimate symbol of transformation. Boop, let's go that way. Okay. Butterflies are a symbol of transformation, rebirth, and resurrection. It is a symbol of hope and comfort. It is a talisman for change. Invoke the energies of the butterfly when meditating or doing transformational work and balancing the chakras. Okay, so we have the 3 beetles, the 2 butterflies. They're approximately 1 inch long by 0.75 inches. They are $83.50 each. I think these are just ever so slightly bigger than the rings we've normally carried in the past, which is why I think most of the time these rings will go anywhere from $75 to about $85. So yeah, just because each one is hand carved. It is amber. Amber itself is not the cheapest stone out there. But then each one is made. Oh, these are sterling silver as well. And they're adjustable. I should probably have thrown that out there. So they are adjustable right here. And they're sterling silver settings. So that adds to the cost as well. But yeah. Adjustable sterling silver. We try to, when we buy from this vendor, this is our vendor. So I know the carvings, I think, happen in Poland. This is our amber guy, Libyan desert glass moldavite guy. We do try to buy just the adjustable ones from him. That way they fit. It doesn't matter. And you can, like I generally wear mine on my first finger here, but sometimes I want to switch it. So it just makes it easier to just like, push it together. All right. Oh, I love y'all. Y'all are saying neat. Love the beetle. Oh, Laura says the purpurate spears were what caught my eye in the preview. Very cool. And had a lot of people ask about those in social media posts. Yeah. All right. So technically, again, we have 2 more specimens. They're going to be in 2 different listings, same gemstone. So I'm just going to clump them together here for the metaphysical properties and all that. I'm not sure who bought what. I think the skulls were just like a collective. I know I bought the moons at the end. Like we were literally leaving the tent and I saw them and I asked one of the guys, I was like, hey, do you have more of those? And he was like, yes. I was like, give me 3. Because I thought they were so pretty. So we have lava agate, which is also called volcano agate. Last year was the first year we've ever seen lava agate at the gem show. Okay. And we had towers last year. Big towers and little towers. This year, I guess over the last year, they've tapped more of that vein. So we got a couple of different things in them this year. Okay. So the first thing we have the skulls. Okay. And all right. So they do come with the stand as well. So they do come with the stand, but I'm going to take the stand off so I can actually show you. So it is quartz. There is quartz in these, and then you've got the lava agate. So that's going to be the brown and black pieces. Okay. So hold on. Just so y'all know I'm still here. There we go. I just have to see. All right. So do y'all see the green lighting up? That's the cool thing about lava agate. It is UV reactive. Okay. So each one does have UV reactive pieces that are, so it glows this green. Looks like rivers of like green flowing through it. I know we tried to get pictures. Ryan tried to get pictures. There's something about our UV light that does not react well to cameras. So like, I promise you this stuff glows green. I know this one does. Yeah. So there's more solid pieces of the green. I don't know if it's going to pick up from back there. Hold on. These are the adjustable ones, by the way. So when you get the little, let me show you all. Do you see the little prongies here? Those adjust. You can squeeze those to fit your moon specimen. So yeah, you see the glowing green. So they are UV reactive. Any kind of UV reactive gemstone basically teaches you about how, not everything is what it seems. There's beauty on the inside of everything, all of that kind of stuff. So let's go over. I'm actually not hating this lighting at the moment. I don't know how it is for other things. I might actually just sit here in the dark for a little while. Okay. Lava agate is also called volcano agate. It's a powerful stone for healing and grounding, formed from cooled and solidified lava. Lava agate includes pockets of space where gases and minerals become trapped. Over time, these spaces also solidify and create unique patterns and formations within the stone. Since it's made from molten rock from within the earth, lava agate resonates with both earth and fire energy. It is great for journey work and accessing the higher spiritual realms. It also casts a protective shield around itself to keep negative vibes at bay. Okay. So we have the 3 moons, which you can see. These have been on display. They are UV reactive. So it's like little rivers of green. We have the 3 moons on metal stands. These are 7.5 inches by 4. They are $100. And again, they do come with the stand. They are carved as well. So if you can see, yeah, there you go. There's like a little eye, little nose, little mouth carved on the moon. So you do have the crescent moon carvings. Hold on. I do want to put these back very carefully. Hold on. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. And then this one's here. So we have the 3 moons that are 100. And then we have 2 skulls. We had a third one, but its green was like non-existent. Its glowing capability was non-existent. So we have these 2. These are 3 inches by 2.5 inches. We only have these 2, $47.50 each. Okay. So great protective stone. If you've never used a crystal skull before, they've been used for thousands of years by ancient Mayans, ancient Egyptians. They used to talk to their crystal skulls. They would ask the crystal skulls questions, and then basically, enter a meditative state to receive answers, which came from the crystal skull. But yeah, they can also be used. Skulls can be used for distance healing, all kinds of really good stuff. So divination, healing, protection, all kinds of stuff. So that's the lava agate. And yeah, I'm going to sit here in the dark for just a little bit to see what it does with the gemstone specimens coming up. If it's not good, I'll turn the light back on. Y'all don't worry. Okay. Next, we have, I Googled how to pronounce this one, Orire quartz, which is also known as lucky quartz. Orire quartz is from Nigeria. So the word Orire is Nigerian for lucky. Oh, yeah, you can still see that really well. Hell yeah. Just going to sit in the dark for a little while. Okay, so basically the story of this one, as far as how we got it at the Gem Show, is this. One of our vendors had this one. Okay. I fell in love with it. I spotted it from across I was just like, what is that? So what Orire quartz is lepidolite with lepidocrosite with hematite. Okay. But if it came from Nigeria specifically, it's the Orire. All right. So mine is not Orire quartz. Mine is lepidocrosite with hematite. Okay. I loved it so much. I think Texas Megan was like, oh my God, I love that. I got her one. My VA who She happened to see it in a podcast. She edits my podcast for me. She saw me wearing this in a podcast episode, and she was like, what is that gemstone? So I sent her one. There's something about this gemstone, you guys. It is absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to get super close up. The little red flecks are hematite. The little purple ones are lepidocrosite. Okay. So this is, and these did come from Nigeria. So they are the Orire quartz. Otherwise, if they don't come from Nigeria, they come from somewhere else in the world, then they're just called lepidocrosite with hematite. Okay. We do have, look at that. It's just, there's something about it. There's this, it's the sparkle. It's the, and as you can see, like we have different shapes, and I want to say the listing is only going to show you like 2. So we're going to intuitively choose one of these. They are sterling silver. They do have the open back, but let's get really close up in there. Look at that. It's literally just quartz with these little flecks of gemstones in them. With the lepidocrosite and the hematite, so it refracts in different ways. It looks like just natural glitter. And I think that's probably why I was attracted to it. It's like Mother Nature makes glitter too. So it's just so sparkly. I get lost in mine all the time. I can't actually like wear it. Mystic Mary Kate's here. That's my VA, you guys. She says, can't confirm it's gorgeous in person. There's just something about it. And this was definitely I was drawn to this year, and I had never seen it before. So when I found this one a week before the gem show, and then I went back and I got the one for Texas Megan. And then one of our other vendors had a thing of them. And I was like, oh my God, I get to show these off to people. Like I get to sell them to our customers. I'm so excited. All right. So let's go over the properties. Lepidocrosite is a stone of power, balance, and protective divine energy. It helps draw in loving energy while protecting one from negative energy. It aids in prophecy and divination by helping one open their psychic centers to receive messages from their higher selves. Okay. It also, like the clear is clear quartz, so it's going to amplify the hematite and the lepidocrosite. Hematite is also an extremely grounding stone. So basically grounding and protection. Okay. So basically hematite, the hematite resonates with the lower chakras, the lepidocrosite, the higher chakras. So this is going to ground you down while letting you expand so much. And so not only do I feel personally, I feel calm when I wear this, but I feel open. I feel grounded. I feel like myself. It is, I have resonated with gemstones before. Do not get me wrong, but there is something about this one. Okay. I can't explain it. So we have 8 of these left. They are all about 3/4 of an inch. We do have the different, shapes. So we'll intuitively choose one of the shapes for you. They are $52 each. It is a sterling silver setting. Okay. So sterling silver setting, sterling silver chain comes with it as well. A 24-inch sterling silver chain. And I wore mine today. I wear mine most days. I actually have an organite necklace that I've been wearing a lot lately as well. But I do wear this one, and mine is on a much longer chain. So don't go by what is here. We're giving you a 24-inch chain, which stops about right here. Okay. I just wanted a longer chain so that it could sit for me at my heart center. And that says, wow, I like the teardrop shape. Cool as heck. Jessica says, glitter runs through my veins. I love that Mother Nature has created glitter too. No idea that so lepidocrosite, if you just Google that as well, looks very similar to this. So these are the Orire quartz, because they do have the red. And I think this one really showed it. It's like the red orange. That's the hematite flecks. So lepidocrosite also has, it's like lepidocrosite looks like quartz with just the purpley red ones. But like, do you see over here? There's like that. Well, this one's got a rainbow. The really red orange ones, that's the hematite. So that's what makes it the Orire quartz, and it's from Nigeria. And I did, like I said, I Googled, because that's Nigerian Orire. Yeah. All right. So next, oh, and then Jessica said, love skulls. If you haven't heard of Max, the crystal skull, research him. I've met him a few times. Oh, very cool. He's been featured in a lot of documentaries. That's pretty cool. All right. So the next one, this is going to be individual specimens. Okay. And this one does absolutely come with an extremely fun story. So the first day, no, it was still early. I think we went about a week early to this show as well. This vendor is one that has outside things and then inside things in glass cases. And for those of you who have been here before, I'm not allowed to shop in the glass cases, okay? Because they're very expensive. I'm very happy that this year we got to shop in the glass cases for some of our Tucson surprise shopper people. So we go inside the room because I still love to oogle it. This was a vendor that specializes in fluorite. And so she has this flat of black fluorite that I thought was absolutely gorgeous. And so I asked her how much for the flat, and she gave me an astronomical number that I was like, okay. So I'm not going to lie, you guys. I'm a witch, and I'm like, I want that flat. And I'm going to come back at the end of the show. And I need that flat to be there because I want it. And at the end of the show, they give you discounts. So we went back at the end of the show. My flat was still there, and this time it was half price. So you guys, we're passing on the half price to you all. And when you hear the prices and you're like, that's half price, that is half price. Okay. We are passing on that. When I get things at a discounted price, I don't just like, oh, well, these are worth 300. So we're going to charge 300. No. I pass them on to you all. Okay. And that is the fun of being a witch as well, is because I saw that flat and I said, I want it. And she gave me the price. And I was like, no, I'll get you. But I'm not paying that for it because it's crazy. Okay. All right. So what we have is black fluorite. It's technically black fluorite. What it is a super, 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 super dark indigo purple fluorite. Okay. It is so dark purple indigo. It's black fluorite. All right. So this is and what I'm going to try and do. Yeah. Okay. But that's a little intense. Okay. So this is A grade, which is hence why it was in the glass case room. And I wonder if putting it, yeah, so you can still see. So it's just super, 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 super dark indigo. And when the light shines on it, it is very purple as well, but it is called black fluorite. Okay. This is A. All right. So let's go over the properties real quick of black fluorite. And then, yeah, I'll show you. So what you'll be doing is you would be buying the exact one. Okay. And I will tell you what, I will turn on the light for this because I feel like, oh yeah, it's a little bit better for the black fluorite. Okay. I liked sitting in the dark though. That was fun. All right. So this is A, but black fluorite is a truly special gemstone. Like all forms of fluorite, it absorbs and neutralizes negative energy and stress. Black fluorite in particular has powerful cleansing properties and can help reground your root chakra. It is the perfect companion for astral travel, spiritual awakenings, and your sacred space for security, grounding, and safety. It is the ultimate cleanser and purifier. These specimens are A grade, meaning that while they have some gorgeous inclusions, they are of semi-precious gemstone quality. They are simply stunning. Okay. So you will be buying the exact one. So A here, super sparkly as well, measures 4 inches by 2 3/4, weighs 14 ounces, so almost a pound. It is $100. Okay. Just to show you all the back, it does have a little bit of the matrix on it. Okay. So that was A. I'm trying to, man, these are so, this is B. And what I love about fluorite is like, this is one of the ways that it grows. Is the fluorite, like, just very geometric. Okay. So this is B. B has like a little cave right here. All right. B is 4 3/4 by 2 inches. It weighs 15 ounces, so just shy of a pound. It is 105. Okay. C is really cool because C has big formations on it. So C has like big pieces. And you can see all the different layers that it forms in. So C is 6 inches by 1.5 wide. It weighs 1 pound, 3 ounces. It's 130. Okay, so, and let me see. Let me just get, since these were a little bit bigger specimens, I was wondering if, oh yeah, see, that's really pretty. Look at that. Woo! All right, let me keep that up so I can actually shine a spotlight on each one. D is made of a lot of little tiny ones. Oh man, it's so sparkly. D is 5 inches by 3 inches, weighs 1 pound, 5 ounces. It's 145. Oh yeah, look at that. Get that flashlight on it. That is gorgeous. Okay. So that's D, 145. E has a lot of little itty bitty. Oh no, it's all the way around though. A lot of little itty bitties. E is 5 1/4 by 2 inches, weighs 1 pound, 8 ounces. So 1.5 pounds, 165. Oh my gosh. So, but it has that, like the host stone on this one's sparkly as shit. Like, I don't know what, I mean, the host stone is the same for all of them, but like, look at the glitter on that. Look at the, like, that's the host stone glittering like that. That's pretty dope. I know. I act like I'm looking at all these for the first time when I'm the one that picked these up. Did I say that was E? E is 165. F is another one that has the big, oh yeah. Okay. So F has a great, you can charge gemstones or jewelry or something right there. So basically F has like a built-in offering plate. And then you've got the huge like the huge chunks back here. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And then here's like the back. Do y'all see what I meant by the other one? Like how the matrix was like sparkly. That was crazy. But like this one has the fluorite all throughout the back. So this is F, 5 inches by 3 inches, weighs 1.5 pounds, 175. And like a built-in offering dish right there for charging plate. This is marked G. Okay, so G's bottom has that sparkle as well. So this one is mostly flat with like the little sparklies on it. I love that. G, 5 inches by 1.5, weighs 1 pound, 10 ounces, 185. So that's a big one. Like this is about the size of my hand. And then, so that's G. And then H, which is the last one, weighs almost 2 pounds. H is 5.5 inches by 1.75, weighs 1 pound, 11 ounces, 190. Trying to really get. And then here's the back part of that one, or the underside of that one. Oh, it's got some of that glittery too. All right. Ronica says this is Annika's favorite gemstone. Her heart is going crazy over all this fluorite. I love fluorite. Fluorite's one of my favorites too. And Angela says, beautiful. These were an amazing find. Like I said, I found them a week early, a week before the show started. But I had to agree on that one. I was like, she gave me that price and I was like, oh, Thank you. So yeah, I claimed it. I sent it out and I said, okay, in 2 weeks, I'm coming back at the end of the show. If that's meant to be, if it's meant for me to have that A-grade black fluorite, then I will have it. And sure enough, that flat was still sitting there. And I was like, yeah. All right. Moving on. The next one is also a me find. I actually discovered this last year at the gem show, bought a few pieces for people here. And then this year, one of our vendors had like a nice amount of them so I could pick out similar sized ones. So I'm very excited. This one does require the light off again. Next time we should stick all the UV things together. But I also like sitting in the dark. So maybe we just needed the light on for the black fluorite. So this is what they look like in their raw natural form. This is called highlight opal. Okay. This is what they look like. I got them all about the same weight. So yeah, you're like, okay, cool, Morgan. It looks like bubbly glass. It does. Highlight opal. Until you hit it with the UV. Bam! Green. Look at that. So let's get one. Come on. It looks like I have to pull it away for it to show. Because like I'm getting like massive green. So Ryan got a really good picture of it. Our photographer, he got a really good picture of it in the listing. So you can definitely see how cool, because it glows like slime or lime green. Okay. So let's go over the properties. Highlight opal is also called water opal. It is a stone of intuition and energetic flow. Like all forms of opal, it helps you keep a peaceful outlook. Highlight opal helps you see things from other points of view and allows you to understand what drains your energy more fully. It's the perfect companion for new beginnings and personal transitions. Unlike other opals, highlight opal is clear and features a bubbly looking surface in its natural state. It is a rare form of opal and the perfect addition to your gemstone collection. And again, it's UV. So basically the way that UV works too, I kind of get nerdy when it comes to UV, is so basically it absorbs the UV light and then, or it absorbs the light and then reflects it back like so many milliseconds later that our eyes interpret that as glowing. So I think that's really cool because it changes the wavelength of the light that's being refracted back to you or reflected back to you. Okay. So pretty cool. I don't think it won't do that because like we have a big, but I'm glad that it is showing up a little bit. When you get one of these, you're going to see it glows even more than what I can show here. So we have 9 of these. They're about an inch each. They all weigh the same. So that's why, like I sat there and painstakingly weighed out a shit ton of them. They are $20 each if you would like a piece of highlight opal. So yeah. Yay. I'm so happy. I think this was our last day at that show too. We were all walking outside and I happened to spot them. And normally too, just so y'all know, so these are priced in grams wholesale. And normally I stay away from things priced in grams because my little American brain does not understand the different, like I can't do that math in my head, or I can't, like I know what a pound of something is. And now I know what a kilogram of something is, like, because most tumbled stones are sold in kilo bags, like kilogram bags. So like, I know what a kilogram is. I don't know what a gram is. So I heavily overbuy when things are priced in grams. So I saw them priced in grams and was like, okay, weighed out a few. And then she told me what they were. And I was like, oh, all right, let's get some of those. That's pretty cool. So, all right. The next, Colin loves some emerald. He is a May baby. So if you are a May baby, emerald is your gemstone. We have had faceted emerald necklaces before. These are a little bit bigger than the ones we've had in the past. Looks like excuse me, it looks like I will have to turn on the light. Can't sit in the dark. Oh yeah, definitely need the light on to see that. So these are faceted emerald. Again, open back. So if you like that direct link. Sterling silver settings, 24-inch sterling silver chain is what it comes with. If you are May baby, this is your birthstone. So that's why we launched them now, so that you can have them in May. Beneficial to the heart chakra, emerald is known as a stone that revives passions while having a calming effect on emotions. It helps to improve mental sharpness, making its bearer more alert and motivated. Use the raw, sorry, we must have copied that from another thing. It does say use the raw emerald points during meditation, the jewelry, to activate your heart chakra and strengthen your heart center. They are great stones for driving away negative vibrations, bringing a focus to emotional healing. Okay. So these aren't points. These are faceted. This is how we get through everything we do here. Is we do a lot of copy and pasting. All right. So, we have 6 of these. Again, sterling silver setting, sterling silver, 24-inch chain, $45. They're all about 3/4 of an inch. So yeah, $45 for the necklace, chain, all of that. Yeah. Definitely a heart chakra opener. Invite loving energy. Green is the color of growth, fertility, prosperity, all of that. Especially here, the springtime energy. So you're kind of amplifying that as well. So emerald is amazing for all of those things. All right. We only have a few left, you guys. We are approaching the end. All right. The next one, you all are going to see it listed as natural quartz wand. But I'm going to call it by what we have called it ever since I saw it at the gem show. And that is quartz stabby. Okay. So this is a naturally occurring quartz point. This was not carved. This came out like this. In fact, I do want to point out very quickly here in the beginning that it does even have a slight imperfection right there. Okay. Yes, Jessica says stabby stab. So we saw this. This was one of the vendors we go to a week before the gem show starts. And he had just had a bunch of different quartz with inclusions and stuff laid out. And so I go over and start picking out the ones that we want. And I don't know, this guy I picked him up and I was like, oh, it's a quartz stabby. Hell yeah. And we bought him. Thinking in my mind, I was like, oh, well, I will keep an eye out for the rest of the show on more naturally occurring quartz points like this. And then we can sell a few. You can find a single other one the entire gem show. So he does have like other quartz here and like in here. And it's just a natural wand, you guys. This is a natural. So this is not carved. It came out of the earth like this. You can meditate with it. You can use it to direct energy. Draw your circle, protection, hold it. Oh, it's got rainbows in it too. Quartz stabby has rainbows in him. That's like all that reminds me of is the Sour Patch Kids commercial where they say first they're sweet or first they're sour and then they're sweet. And like the Sour Punch Kid like punches a kid and then he goes and like quartz stabby has rainbows in him. So, I want to say I apologize for having it be called quartz stabby, but I don't, because that's our personality here. So it is a naturally occurring quartz wand. I personally have a naturally occurring quartz wand with an amethyst tip we sold years ago. I use it every single time I meditate. Holding quartz when you meditate not only gives you a protective circle, but it also amplifies your meditation. But I mean, it fits perfectly in your hand to hold. You can hold it here and use it as a wand. It's just amazing. But quartz itself is a natural amplifier of energy. natural protection, healing, all of that kind of stuff. It does have the little bonus side point over here. It's a gorgeous specimen. I tried to find more so that we didn't have just one quartz stabby, but this is all we have. And it does have, okay, so just to point out again, we do have the one imperfection there. We also have, I can feel one. So just right there, a little rough point. But again, that's Mother Nature. She's not always perfect. Okay. So the one quartz stabby measures about 6.5 inches by 3.5, I think right here at the base, it's about 3. It's $58 for quartz stabby, and it is the only one we have. We have another quartz dealer that we get like Lumerian quartz points from and stuff like that. I looked, man, I went through those tables for hours looking for more of something like this. And I couldn't find any. I think we had one that could possibly kind of, but it's so tiny that it doesn't count. It's not a quartz stabby, you know? Please don't stab people with this either. Whoever gets it, please don't stab people. It's just what we called it. But yeah, that's quartz stabby. And that's how things get into our Anniversary Live, because I have a little sentimental attachment to quartz stabby. It shows our personality here at Ink Goddess Creations. So that's how it made it in. All right. So next, this was also a me find because I thought these were gorgeous. These came from Madagascar. I know that because we bought them from a dealer with Madagascar in the name. So they are amethyst and agate. But I don't know, you guys, there was something just different about them. So it is, both of these are a combination of regular amethyst. Okay. So the purple, and pink amethyst. So around the edges, you can start to see the pink amethyst as well. We have 2 free forms. These were the only 2 that they had. So I went ahead and bought both of them. I don't know. I thought they were absolutely gorgeous. So let's go over the metaphysical properties, and then I will show you all each one. Okay. Agate itself is a great grounding stone mixed with amethyst. Of course, amethyst is said to activate spiritual awareness, open tuition, enhance psychic abilities. It calms, it stimulates the mind. It's healing, cleansing. Amethyst is like, quartz is like your all-purpose. Amethyst is a form of quartz, so it is also your all-purpose. But because of its purple color, it really resonates with the top half of the chakras. So really about spirituality, calming the mind, calming the emotions, all that kind of stuff. Okay. It helps to relieve insomnia, understanding dreams, all that kind of good stuff. So this is A measures 6.5 by 4.5. It weighs 6 pounds. Okay. So A is 125. This was another thing that we got near the end of the gem show. We got an amazing deal on it. So we're passing the deal on to you all. B's a honker. And B has some geodes. There's one there and one there. I don't think the rest of them are open. It's so gorgeous. And it's got even like, see, this is the pink amethyst back here. Even the bottom has personality. B is 7 3/4 by 4, weighs 7 pounds, 13 ounces. So B's a child. It's 160. So yeah, this again was one of those near the end of the gem show deals that we got that we are now, passing on to you all. By the end of the gem show, most people are gone too. So people usually come in. There's like one specific week that people from out of town will come in to the gem show and they'll shop that week. We are shopping a week before that to a week and a half before that. And we are also shopping 2 weeks after that. So yeah, that's one of the cool things. If you've never been here before or you're not familiar with my company, we are Tucson based. So when we shop at the gem show, we don't pay shipping. We don't pay any of that. So we're getting the same gemstones at the same prices from people, but we're able to shop before the show starts, after the show's done. We have a lot of our vendors have warehouses here, so we can continue to restock throughout the year. It's beautiful. All right, just two more, you guys. Both labradorite, which goes along with, just in case you are just joining us or you haven't been here since the beginning, this is our Anniversary Live Gemstone Sale. So everybody that purchases today during the live sale will be entered in for a chance to win this Purple and Sunset Flash labradorite bloop. I promise you it shows up a hell of a lot more in person. So, but yeah, anybody that makes a purchase today is entered to win this guy. So we're ending the show with labradorite. The first one is definitely a me find because this is our Tibetan dealer. Goddess, look at the gorgeous Tibetan goddesses. I love that. Look. Oh, that one's got some nice. Ooh, look at that flash. Jenny says, I love that you call it a bloop. Look at that. So we have a few of these. How many of these do we have? We have 6 of these. So let's talk about labradorite. So these are Tibetan. So the first thing you have to know is that all the metal work is hand done. And as you can see, they're done to fit the gemstone as well. Labradorite is revered for its powers of psychic development and increasing magical energy. It's a stone to aid in any magic ritual and helps with transformation on all levels. Oh, that one's pretty. Labradorite is great for increasing intuition, psychic development, and can help provide clarity into one's destiny. Labradorite is my go-to for magic. So I have a piece of labradorite on all of my altars, especially when I am doing rituals or spell work. It is my go-to for magic and intuition. Mostly magic though. So then we have, all of these are made out of they're all the spiral goddess shape. Spiral goddess is one of the ultimate symbols of the divine feminine. She is unashamed of her body. Her arms may be raised in celebration or surrender. Her spiral can represent either an outward flow of life or introspection. Overall, she represents the mother within and without. Okay. Again, beautiful Tibetan metalwork. We have 6 of these. They measure, they're a little big. They're 2 and 3/4, so almost 3 inches. And I think that's from like top to bottom. 3 inches by 1 inch. We have 6 of them. They are $60 each, just because of the amount of work that went into them, setting them and the craftsmanship and everything. They do come with a chain. At the moment, I'm not exactly sure which chain they come with. I don't know the size. We have some 22-inch chains, but I don't know if they'll come with that, or we generally hang around the 24-inch range for chains, but they're not going to be sterling silver. Okay. We will intuitively choose one of these with your order. Just wanted to show off some flash there. Xana Fortenberry says, can you show the emerald necklace again? There's 6 of them. I only have 2 here. I don't know how many are left. There were 6 at the time of the show, Xana. But I only have the 2 here. They are faceted inside and out though, about 3/4 of an inch. They do have a chain too. We had so many specimens and so many jewelry specimens that we decided to put them in, like we put multiples into a basket for me instead of having them all displayed on the big necklace boards. So yeah. Oh, Gina says, so pretty. I love labradorite. So yeah, I hope that at least they're all about the same though, Xana. So, all right. Last one, still labradorite. I picked these out because our gemstone carver, the one that we buy the carvings from, the really intricate carvings, has never had chameleons before. So I fell in love with a chameleon. And look, you guys, I'm not a lizard person. I don't like lizards and snakes. But these guys are so freaking cute. You will be buying the exact one. And I know that there is gorgeous flash. When you're out in the sun, these things are phenomenal. Okay. I know trying to get the pictures of the flash. I know Ryan had... a little bit of a time trying to find the flash on them, but I would not have bought them if the flash wasn't gorgeous, you know, and I just don't, I don't know if we're going to show up here on camera. So chameleons, let's talk about, well, we just talked about labradorite. So it's my go-to stone for magic, magic, transformation, all that kind of good stuff. So chameleons add to that. The chameleon represents adaptability and change. It's said that this little lizard can also help you connect with your natural clairaudience and clairvoyance abilities. An enchanting creature, the chameleon reminds us that we can always change our colors and shift into a new version of ourselves. She is a supportive ally for shamanic work and psychic development. Okay. I do know that I had picked one of these out first, put them in the cart, and then as we were walking out, I saw another one and was like, oh my gosh, that one is so cute too. So I'm not sure that the flash is gorgeous on these. I promise you. I'm not sure that they show up. So we have two. So you would be buying the exact chameleon here. And I will let you know, A has a purple flash. Oh, okay. It's showing up ever so slightly. You can definitely, there's the purple's all through its midsection. There we go. We're getting a little bit of it. I promise you there's more. So A is 4x4, weighs 1.5 pounds and is 145. Okay. Great symbolism for adaptability, being able to change your colors, being able to adapt to any situation, being able to go with the flow and coming out on top is what the chameleon is all about. Okay. So that's A. B is 2 pounds, 2 ounces, 4 3/4 by 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. So, and it's 165. B's flash is, there we go. Oh, there's some purple, there's some pink, and then there's some dark, like green blue. So its flash is this dark spot right through here. That's where the heavy amounts of its flash are located. So this one's 165, but it weighs over 2 pounds. And I promise you guys, I promise you the flash is there. Our camera has a hard time picking up on it. The other side has a little bit of green flash. So yeah, wanted to end the show out with the little carvings, the little chameleon carvings. Love labradorite. The chameleons were so adorable. Okay, good. You're picking up some of it there. All right. I'm not sure what we have left. It might, I don't know. Colin usually comes in and tells me. We did have a lot of stuff though. So if we have a lot left over, it might be a little overwhelming for him to try and let me know. Here he comes.
We have a little bit of everything except for the moonstone spheres.
Moonstone spheres are gone.
The chocolate fluorite are gone.
Chocolate fluorite gone.
Lava skulls are gone.
Lava skulls gone.
Herkimer necklaces are gone.
Herkimers are gone.
Stabby stab is gone.
Stabby's gone.
We have a little bit of everything else left.
Okay. Do we still have the amethyst scepter?
Yeah, show that again.
Okay. Colin says we still have the amethyst scepter. So just for those who did arrive late, this was the highlight of the show. This is a museum quality amethyst scepter flower. It is one of a kind. It comes from, hold on. I want to make sure I say it. It's Kakamanurul. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but, and now I can't find my paper. In South India, which is known for producing some of the most gorgeous amethyst specimens. It is naturally occurring. So it basically an amethyst scepter flower, and it does come on the stand as well. So the amethyst, it's one of a kind. This is on the matrix. So this is the rock that it formed on. Kakamanurul mine in Karur, South India. okay, which is known for just absolutely gorgeous, one-of-a-kind amethyst formations. So it is extremely high quality. Our vendor only had one available, and we shop with him a week before the show opens. So I happened to see it. He told me all about it. And yeah, so this is a one-of-a-kind museum quality specimen, very extremely rare, extremely high quality. It does come with the display as well. So anything that does not sell remains in the live gemstone sale category. So you can look through there and see some other stuff from past lives. Coming up for the Ink Goddess Creations. So just to let you all know, my Coven membership, we've had some technical difficulties. So what it has made us do, it's been an absolute blessing in disguise, Mercury retrograde crashing our website. We are now migrating. I'm in the process of migrating over to Circle, which is a community-based platform. So no more Meta, no more Facebook group. And all of the lessons, as well as, so 4.5 years of lessons, as well as the community, will all be on Circle moving forward, which has its own app. It has its own features, and I have begun migrating everything over. We're not live on Circle yet, but I have begun migrating everything over, and it is so beautiful. I almost cry every single day because it's all in one place. It's so well organized. It's beautiful. So I would love to have you join the Ink Spirit Coven. It is a group of eclectic witches. I teach a lesson and hold a workshop every month. We have a sacred space in there. This month we are doing ritual, consecration, and casting a circle is our workshop. So that's at inkspirit.com. You can read everything. I'm going to redo the landing page to reflect the circle, but we should be completely on Circle within a month. Okay. And then this month for our box is Sacred Waters. I love it. So that will ship on May 5th. Everything in the Ink Goddess Creations box this month is heavily exclusive to us. We are hand making a lot for this box here in house, but it has to do with the element of water and yeah, all the fun stuff with the element of water. So that is the Ink Goddess Creations box. Again, you can head to inkgoddesscreations.com. Just scroll through our homepage and you'll see a link to the Coven, a link to the Sacred Waters box, and where you can see a sneak peek. You can sign up for our newsletter there. You can, if you go over to the Live Gemstone Sale landing page, you can sign up for an exclusive newsletter there where you'll get to see all of this stuff. Or a lot of it before anybody else does. So you get to see what's coming up for the Live Gemstone Sales. That's a separate newsletter. But yeah, just go to inkgoddesscreations.com, look at all the fun stuff. And the next Live Gemstone Sale will be for Beltane, but it is after Beltane. So it is 1 month from today. So it's like the second Saturday of May. And once we get the main picture done with a lot of the specimens, I will update and, create the event link and all that kind of stuff. But keep tabs on the Live Gem Sale landing page. So if you go to the About section on our website and click that drop down, you'll see Live Gem Sale. That's our landing page. That's where I'm going to have up-to-date information as far as the next Live Gemstone Sale once I get it, updated. And then that's where you can sign up for the Live Gemstone Sale exclusive newsletter. So thank you all for being here. I'm glad that you all joined me today. Thank you so much. And yeah, I will see you all in a month for the Beltane. For some of you, I will see you all tomorrow in our Ink Spirit lesson on ritual and consecration. So thank you all for being here. Bye.